Here's the drama. I just ate a bunch of snacks, so if you see something in my teeth, we're gonna ignore it, okay? I'm doing my first story time today that I have done in so long. I think I did one a year ago, and in that video I said, this is my first story time in so long. That's how long it's been, okay? And this is a story I've wanted to tell for so long. Brittany, am I lying?
No.
And it's about the time an insane, crazy, psychotic, nuts LA manager scammed me, Taylor, and Brittany out of our lives, basically.
Yep.
So, you know what? That's what I'm gonna be telling you guys about today. It's crazy, it's funny, it's sad, pathetic, because we were fucking stupid. But you learn from your mistakes. You know, these past 4 years have been such a learning experience. I've gained so much. Let's drink to that. Let's get into the story time. Well, maybe no. Let's not get into the story time yet because my merch is out. I've already said it in like 3 videos, but get your disclaimer hoodies. It comes in these colors and all the colors you see here. Get your Fat Camp Alumni t-shirts. It comes in black and all the colors you see here. Come on, there's not much time left, guys. You gotta go get your merch. It's gonna come before the holidays if you get it now, so let's go. Do it. Do it, yeah. So, yesterday I was talking about the story of Brittany, and I was like, you know what, let's stop talking about it, let's just let it flow on camera. If we forget anything, we'll just make a part 2, you know? It might be messy. Speaking of messy, I'm name dropping. I am name dropping everyone in the story besides the actual manager, because cancel culture, you know what I mean? Basically, we met this manager, I think in 2014 at Playlist Live. He was a really cool guy. He was very out there. He's the type of guy who like when you picture an LA manager who's really out there, you picture him. He was really businessy and like, hold on, I gotta take this. And like on the phone, but also like had pills in his pocket. That he would pop.
He's the type of person when you meet them, you're like, oh, they're nice. But then you're like,
why is he grabbing my ass?
What's going on up there?
You never knew what was going on in his mind. He would always like get into these deep conversations with us and we would always be like, the fuck did he just say? We had no idea what he was ever talking about, but he was really cool.
Disclaimer. We were super young, stupid, and naive.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Me, Taylor, and Brittany, we didn't go away to school. We didn't go away to college. Our first time going to California in 2015, we spent the whole summer there. That was like us going away to school, you know what I mean? This took place in 2014 before we did that. So we were really naive, stupid, pathetic. So throughout this whole story, you're gonna be like, wow, you guys are fucking stupid. You're dumb. Red flag. We were just taking them and collecting them.
We were colorblind.
He's really out there, okay? Just remember that. Like very like, oh, the vibes are telling me this. Your energy is telling me to pop these pills in my back pocket.
Not making fun of anybody who's like that, by the way.
I am.
We love it.
I'm
Support it.
kind of making fun of you, but it's whatever. So we met him at Playlist 2014, and let me tell you, everyone in the YouTube community knew him. Everyone was always like, oh, insert his name here. Crazy guy, but everyone knew him. He had all the connections. We wound up honestly becoming good friends with him because we were like, oh, we'll call him Joe. We were like, oh, Joe. It's just Joe. He's so funny. Joe. This was before we really knew he was nuts. We thought he was just like out there, but he is crazy. We hung out with him the whole time at Playlist, and let me tell you, he introduced us to everybody. He made us become friends with the Dolan twins, who like slot me in between them now, but they were like 14 at the time.
Also tried setting Taylor and I up with the Dolan twins. We had no idea they were 14 at the time.
We were 21. He knew both of our ages, and he tried setting Taylor and Brittany up with the Dolan twins. But it wasn't until 3 hours in where they were like, oh yeah, we're 14. And we were like, oh! If you scroll back on my Instagram, you'll definitely see I have like pictures and videos with the Dolan twins from that time and like a lot of other people. And this was all thanks to this crazy manager because he introduced us to everyone and he would always invite us. I do have to say, he would always invite us to every party. There would always be like all the creators there, and it's how we made a lot of our friendships now that all fell apart now. You know, not friends with anybody anymore. It's how we became friends with a lot of the people and got a lot of the opportunities we got, which a lot of you guys don't know, but I was really involved in the YouTube community from like 2013 to basically when I started this channel. When I started this channel, I kind of became in like my own bubble. I was friends with almost everybody back then. A lot of it was thanks to this guy. Okay, let me start by telling you, he managed like a lot of like the MagCon guys slash like people who were like affiliated with them. So like he was always with like Matt Espinoza, Sam Podorf. Sam Podorf is the nicest person. I'm gonna be name dropping him a lot in here, but he was always with like Sam Podorf, Crawford Collins, who was always the sweetest. He was always with like the MagCon guys, all of them, and like anyone who was hot at the moment. We were always kind of curious like why he wanted to hang out with us so bad, because Taylor, Brittany, and I were never the type to like go after anyone. Like we always just let everyone come to us, and I think that's a reason why we got a lot of the opportunities we got, because we never came off as like desperate. We never knew why he wanted to hang out with us so much until I think he wants to fuck you. He definitely wants to fuck you. I mean, he wanted to fuck Brittany. But also, and I never say this, we really thought he wanted to fuck me as well.
Not even kidding.
We'll get there, and you'll understand why I'm making this face, because it's really confusing. So anyway, the real story of when he gets crazy starts when he would always FaceTime us. He'd always be with these creators, whatever. You'd FaceTime him almost every day, and it'd always be like, oh, we'd be at work and we'd have to like run in the bathroom and FaceTime him. He was coming to New York in the springtime right before we went to California for the summer in 2015. He came to New York City with Giovanna Ventura, I think I'm saying her name right, Justin Bieber's ex-girlfriend. We live about an hour from New York City, and he gets to the city and he calls Brittany at like 2 in the morning. He's like, you need to get here. I have a huge meeting with like MTV and like this and that tomorrow. Like, you have to come and sit in it with me. Saying all this crazy stuff, like always offering us these crazy opportunities that never happened, which has been a trend with every YouTuber I've ever met and became friends with. Always offering these crazy opportunities that just never happened. Our dumbasses, I was sleeping, Taylor was sleeping, but Brittany was like, I had work in the morning.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So Brittany calls me and she's like, listen, Joe is in the city, like he's trying to get me to go. There's gonna be a huge meeting with MTV. He wants me to sit in there and introduce me and like opportunities from A to Z, okay? I'm like, Brittany, you gotta go for us. Like, represent Brit and Tay TV. That was our old channel.
Everything in me didn't want to, just because I was in bed.
And you knew he wanted to fuck you.
And I really didn't want to be with him by myself without them as a buffer.
Brittany gets in her car and drives an hour at 3 in the morning into New York City. For those of you who have been to New York City, you know how driving in New York City is.
He like borrows my car. We go up to this Airbnb he's got. Giovanna Ventura's laying there on the couch.
Wasn't she sleeping, getting her nails done?
She's like this.
Okay, Giovanna Ventura, really sweet, but like a typical Instagram baddie. I remember Brittany was texting me like, oh my god, I'm miserable. The manager borrowed her car and went and parked it somewhere. Brittany's sitting in the apartment while Giovanna Ventura is getting her nails done, sleeping.
He was doing his manager thing, like, phone call.
This big opportunity in the morning was coming.
Oh, and that was another weird thing. He was like, you have to get here tonight, otherwise it's not happening for you. First red flag. Ignored.
Colorblind.
At one point, he asked me to come into his room just to talk.
He never shut the fuck up.
For like 2 hours. I'm texting them like, you fucking assholes.
He always touched girls just enough to where they were uncomfortable, but they couldn't do anything because he wasn't actually doing anything wrong.
Here's the line. He was like,
the morning rolls around.
Okay, so it's like, all right, let's go out, use your car to drive to the meeting. We walk outside. My car's not there.
Remember, he borrowed her car, which that was another red flag. Don't let anyone use your car.
I remember asking him, I was like, you're sure my car's okay here?
Her car got towed.
It was gone. We gotta get my car because I gotta get home today because I got work tomorrow.
Brittany's car is gone. It's nowhere in sight. She needs to get home because she has work the next day. They're on their way to this meeting, literally going across the fucking city, trying to figure out this car situation. They get to this important MTV crazy opportunity, life-changing for Brit and Tay TV meeting. And it was lunch with someone who had nothing to do with social media. It was a cheese platter and Brussels sprouts. It was a complete lie. Lie number 1. Lie number 2 was that he was gonna pay for her towed car, which was like $800. Never paid for it. She never got any money. Fast forward, Taylor and I took the train into the city to meet Brittany. We got to the Airbnb because he had more important opportunities for us. When we got there, he decided he was going to sleep. So he went to sleep and we're sitting in there with Giovanna Ventura as she was in her room with the door locked. But I do have to say, this was back when I was in shape. She told the manager that she had a crush on me. I'm just saying, I could have been dating Justin Bieber's ex if I didn't like dick, so.
Yep.
I think that's like all from the New York chapter. We were working every day in between this New York incident and the summer where we were going to spend in LA. One day, he calls us and he was like, listen, Sam Podorf is going on tour. Like, we need you guys to come. We need you to help. This is gonna be huge. There's gonna be so many influencers there. You're gonna make friends with everybody. You guys are gonna be huge. I was like, we're working every day this month, like literally every day to save up for California. And he was like, quit your jobs. This is gonna be huge. Like, seriously, quit. Like, I was contemplating quitting my job. Okay? He wanted us to bring both of our cars, one of us to drive Sam Podorf, and one of us to drive all the equipment and stuff around the country. And we weren't gonna get paid, but it was for the opportunity. So then he started promising us that in LA, he was gonna have an Airbnb for us. And he was getting an Airbnb, like, we're not gonna have to spend anything, we're gonna work for him, he's gonna pay for everything, like all this crazy stuff. Our dumbasses at the young age, like, never doing anything, we were like, maybe. Like, we wound up not going on Sam Podorf's tour. So sorry, Sam. He was promising us this Airbnb, saying we're gonna be doing so much, hanging out with all the creators, going to all the parties. This was before I was really close with anybody in California and knew how these people worked. We didn't believe him. We didn't take any of the opportunities. We did everything on our own, got our own Airbnbs. Like, we were smart about it. We go to California. He never had an Airbnb for us. Keep in mind, he said he had it already.
Imagine we didn't get our own Airbnb. We would have moved to California and been on the street.
After we told him we had our own Airbnb, he wanted so bad for us to just like do everything for him, and he kept on making it seem like we were best friends. Some of the things he wanted us to do was, one, delete our YouTube channel because he didn't want the other creators to think that we're just trying to be friends with them to be creators as well. So he wanted us to delete our YouTube channel to become assistants for all these people to do their laundry, clean up their dog shit, run and get them coffee. Like, he wanted us to wash fucking Nash Gria's underwears, okay? And clean up their dog shit? No. The number one thing he kept on telling us every day was to delete our YouTube channel, which I still never found out the reason for. Like, I don't get why he wanted us to do that. So anyway, we never deleted it, obviously. We went to California. We wound up seeing him like 3 times in our 3 months there.
He made us move to California.
He's the reason why we were going, because he was gonna invite us to all the parties, like get us all these opportunities. We saw him 3 times. All 3 times, he made us do his work, aka getting brand deals and answering emails for Stassi Baby and Giovanna Ventura. Anyway, he said he was gonna pay us for the 3 days of work we did. He got us Panda Express, and that was our payment. Panda Express!
Which I love.
I was just gonna say that. Dealing with these Instagram models' bullshit and his bullshit, it was a lot. And not only that, but like, he's fingering Britney's vagina all day. And then, all throughout all of this, throughout this whole story I've been telling you guys, he's also like low-key trying to fuck me, which was weird. He would like touch me and do all this crazy stuff and like try to cuddle with me, and like then on the flip side would tell me I'm not actually gay and I need to find Jesus. The only reason why I don't like girls is because I'm not confident enough that they'll like me.
And he would also say constantly, if I was gay, I would fuck you.
If he wasn't wearing underwear, he would be like,
feel my dick, just feel it.
And I was like, I'm good. I probably felt his dick a few times, I don't know. Wild. Okay? The last we saw him was what, like a year ago? 2 years ago? The last we saw him was like 2 years ago at Playlist Live. He came into our room and acted like we were best friends again. Like, we were like, oh, like,
hey, Joe.
At this point, we're like done with him.
He hangs out in our room for a little, drinks some of our alcohol, and then he leaves. The next morning, we're going about our day at Playlist Live. We had to go to our panel. Taylor can't find her pass. Even if you're on a panel at Playlist Live, you can't get anywhere without your pass. You can't even get on the panel. We were searching far and wide for this pass. Turns out, Joe stole it.
You guys were in the green room. He walked in wearing her pass.
Oh, I was just trying to find you to give it back to you.
You have her number. You didn't text her. Dirty little rat. Well, that's it for now. That's what I was saying. Like, this was gonna be messy. It was so much and so out of order. So much happened with him. And if you guys want more experiences with like other people at Playlist and like all these events or parties in LA, let me know. I think I could do it without exposing anybody. But you know what? It's a learning experience. We got scammed basically out of our whole lives because guess what? We stopped going to college for that. Don't believe anything anyone tells you, especially if they're from California.
Yeah.
Well, LA. I think that's about it for now. We'll think of more stuff and we'll do like a part 2 to this. If you like this video, I know it's been a long time with these story times. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Buy my merch, link is gonna be in the description down below. And follow me on all my social medias. Brittany's is also gonna be down there, and hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Until next week, I will see you guys next week. Bye.